All right, what's going on, everybody? Um, it's your man Daniel here, and man, I just want to share this little nugget with you guys. Maybe it'll help some of you guys. So let's get a couple things out the way that we know are facts. Okay, check this out. You might be surprised by it. People are gonna disappoint you. Shocker, I know. But here's the flip side to that. You're gonna disappoint people, and and here's why I bring that up in particular. Because you know what? For the longest time, and I'm a 30-year-old man. For the longest time, um, and I think all human beings do this. We put too much weight on individuals, or people put too much weight on us, and what's inevitable to happen is, like I said, we're going to disappoint each other as human beings. Now, what we do with that disappointment is, I think, what ultimately in the end determines how our life ends up playing out. Okay, so for instance, for me, for the longest time, man, when someone that I really was putting all this weight on, and then they would disappoint me, or vice versa, and more often than not, I'm disappointing people, to be honest with you. What would happen was I would push into stupid vices. Oh yeah, I'd call up some female. I'll start drinking. I'll start, you know what I'm saying? I start watching things I shouldn't watch. We just, and it's like a coping mechanism that we kind of turn to every single time because we feel justified because, again, we've been disappointed, we've been hurt. Um, and so I was reading I was reading today. It's out of Galatians 6:9. It says, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." So what I like about that is, off the bat, it says it assumes, oh, you're gonna feel like ugh, and says you're gonna get weary, and it's true. Truthfully, you see certain people doing things that kind of affect you in a certain way, and you go, oh, okay, well then me too. And you want to go be bad. You want to go be bad. But this thing here is saying, listen, don't get tired of just be good. Listen, don't let other people determine or dictate how you're going to end up living life. At the end of the day, always push into the good. Always push into the good, and see if you can't be hyper aware of how you react to certain disappointments. Mainly, what's your go-to? What's your go-to when you do get hurt? Um, and if you have enough courage to really call that out, it. You know how easy it is? It's just do the opposite. Do the opposite. So if someone hurts you, and so now you want to be angry and bitter, do the opposite. Show love, show kindness. No matter what they do, they can be mean to you, they can be rude, they can be unloving. You show love. You be kind. You be nice. You know. You get disappointed. Maybe you want to go kill a bottle. Go run and go do something. Go to the gym. Do something that's the opposite of it. And I think that kind of like working out, right? You work out a little bit, and you grow in your endurance. As you start trying to do the good, I think you grow in the habit of doing that. Now listen, it's I don't want to put an unnecessary amount of weight on you and go, this is what you do, and then you feel like you do it for a couple of days and then you fail, and then it's over. Because it's bound to happen. As we're human beings, we're going to fail. Again, we're going to fail. Another reason why it makes sense when God says, listen, don't put your hope in other things except God. Only put your trust in God. Because listen, your mama going to disappoint you, your daddy, your kids, your family, your wife, your husband. Everybody going to disappoint you. But when you put your hope in God, when you put your trust in God, you're going to find out that, that man never fails. Never fails. Now, I'm not saying that he doesn't frustrate us, because what he asks us to do, that's not an easy thing to do. It's frustrating. But when you step into what he's asked you to do, I've never been able to say his way sucked. It always worked out better, because I can look back in my history. I have not one example where my way was better than his. And that's crazy. 30 years old, I got not one example where my way was better than his. Come on, y'all. Come on. And I say this because, listen, we're so easily deceived. Me, mainly, I only brought this up because I'm wrestling with it. I'm like, you know what? Okay. All right. And then I read, and he goes, oh. And it just highlighted to me how my defense mechanism to hurt is to revert back to being bad. It's just my default nature, and there's a call here. It says, come on, listen, come on, don't be weary in doing good. In due season, you will reap a harvest. But there's a contingency there if you don't give up. So be mindful of that, man. Be mindful of it. It is hard. It is a struggle, but he's basically dropping the gauntlet. He's going, can you handle it? Can you accept the challenge? And the challenge is do good regardless of people. Be hyper aware of what it is you try to revert to. And I'm telling you this, that a safe space, a guaranteed space is always the big man. I'm telling you, he never going to tell you go do something dumb. He's never going to tell you, hey, let's say this, it's dumb. Never. Just push into him, and 10 out of 10 times it works out. Almost like he's God or something. It's crazy. So give it a shot. See what happens. Hope it helps one of y'all.